guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. I'm Mand. In my previous video I basically touched upon roughly what an empath is and my story and how I found out that I was an empath. In today's video I am actually touching upon signs that you may be an empath or an intuitive empath. Because maybe you're wondering why when I walk into the room I can feel these vibes so much more, or feel these energies and the feelings, or you can tell when somebody's feeling down more so than anybody else has picked up, or you find that people gravitate towards you and tell you their whole life story and you're just standing there going, what is happening? I'm taking on all these emotions. I do not feel like me anymore. Please sit back. Take note of some of these signs. It may resonate with you because you may be an empath. So, let's get into the video. Some people may say you are highly sensitive. Normally you are a peacekeeper. You really don't like conflict and arguments. You find they kind of stress you out too much. You do find that people come to you when they have a problem, because as a highly sensitive person, you can feel things a lot more. You feel other people's feelings. So you can tell somebody's emotions before they've even said anything to you. They don't even have to say a word. You already pick up on that vibe. And you can tell exactly, or nearly exactly, how they're feeling, and you kind of sometimes tend to feel it as your own. So you do need to learn to balance out what is yours, what is not yours, and send that back. Negativity can be too much for you, or just totally overwhelm you. It can make you feel super anxious when people are arguing, or there's a conflict, or you're arguing with somebody. You just feel so drained and so tired after, because negativity affects you way more. Crowded places can make you feel extremely overwhelmed. So if you go someplace where there's a big crowd, you could feel suffocated, anxious, and just a need to get out of there and be around less people. That can be a sign that you're an empath, because there's just too much energy going on in one place. And as an empath, we can't handle that much energy in one place at one time. You have strong intuition, so your gut feelings are nearly always on point. So you can feel maybe when something's going to happen, or you can feel if something is off about something. That could also possibly be a sign that you're an empath. Normally we're really in tune with our intuition, and we sometimes do depend on it. Not all the time, but we do rely on it most of the time. Of course, if you're an empath, you'll get it. You can tell when someone is lying, which is probably going to freak some people out, but it's not always the case. So don't go and try and test your empath friends or other half, or whatever's the case, telling them all these lies. Normally as empaths, we're very in tune with other people. So you can tell by the way somebody's facial expressions, body language, tone even. But most of the time it's kind of the vibe or the energy you're getting from somebody that you can tell they're lying. You can actually show symptoms of somebody else's illness or pain. So sometimes you could be like feeling fluish, and it may not be you that's feeling fluish. If you're an empath, you kind of understand what I'm trying to say. It's somebody else in your life could be getting sick, so I'm just saying a cold or a flu, and you may start getting symptoms. I think it depends how close you are with somebody. It doesn't mean you're going to get a cold or a flu for everyone, but if you're close to somebody, you can nearly tell when they're going to get sick, or even if they're in pain, you could nearly feel it in your own body where that pain is. So if this happens you could be an empath. You can attract narcissists. Because you are such a compassionate and loving and such a giving being, you tend to, or you may, attract selfish, insensitive and narcissistic people. they really only want to use empaths because of their giving nature, and we're always willing to help them. We can rarely say no. We don't really know how to sometimes, but narcissists can take such great advantage of that. So it does take empaths quite some time to realize that, and it can be quite upsetting as well, because we want to see the good in everyone and we want to believe that everyone is good. That's not always the case. So if you find you attract a lot of narcissists or really selfish and just inconsiderate people, you are a dumping ground for other people's problems. That can be sometimes so tough. I've gotten better at it. Now have no problem listening to other people's problems and not taking them on as my own. But as an empath, you do tend to take other people's problems on as your own. So that is something, if you are, and these signs are resonating with you, as an empath, you do need to learn how to ground, protect yourself, and make sure that you're not taking on these things. But people do tend to gravitate towards you and just unload their whole problems and go, oh my God, thank you so much for listening. I feel so much better. And you're just sitting there holding all their problems going, oh my God, I can't. You can. You're really special. You can do it. You just got to learn how to ground yourself, protect yourself, and make sure that their problems are heard, but their problems, not yours to take on as your own. You often feel fatigued because you're listening to people's problems and you're also absorbing a lot of energy. Your brain goes into overdrive trying to process all this information that's going in. So alone time for empaths are very, very important, because you need to just sit down, recharge, and bring up your own vibration again. You are highly creative, imaginative, and loving. So empaths tend to be very artistic or musical. We tend to just be more kind of hands-on. I wouldn't say, not every empath, but I wouldn't be a very logical thinker as such, as in I wouldn't be very good with science or maths or anything like that, but I really enjoy music and drawing. I'm very artistic. I do like being creative in that sense. You can be both, absolutely. I just feel I'm more drawn to the artistic side of things more so than science or maths or anything like that. This is a strange one, but you can sometimes feel the days of the week or the months. So specific days may have certain feels to you. So have you ever said, oh my God, this Wednesday feels like a Friday or Saturday or something? Certain days have different feels to you. Or you may start feeling heavy at the start of the week and kind of lighter towards the end, or vice versa. So as an empath, we tend to have specific feelings for whether it's a day, month, even seasons. Seasons feel a little bit different to us as well. You are a great listener. And I don't mean by you're great at listening to what somebody is saying. You are great at listening to the tone that's being said, the vibe, the body language that you're getting from somebody. So you're really able to give good answers or good advice to people who are sharing their problems with you. You get bored easily. I can relate to this one to a certain extent. It's not that I get bored, it's because as empaths, we have so much stuff and so much emotions going on in our mind all the time. We need an outlet. So because you're creative, possibly, maybe you're not, we need just a creative outlet. So you need something to let go of all these emotions that's being pent up inside you. You may be an introvert. There are extrovert empaths out there, absolutely. But as an introvert empath, you do tend to enjoy a lot of alone time. The reason being, and people, if you're watching this and you have somebody who in your life who's an empath and they go, I want to be alone, don't take that as an offense. We don't mean it as to be offensive. Because we're empaths and we take on so many emotions and energies, we literally need to be someplace that's quiet, and just to be alone so that we can basically come down from that, or come up maybe. Don't take it as an offense. We don't mean to offend you, or it's not that we don't want to spend time with you. Trust me, we would love to, but protecting our energies are important. You are a seeker of truth and knowledge. You always want to learn more and know more. You don't appreciate liars. You don't like inauthentic people or falseness or anything like that. It really does get under your skin and it makes you angry. And that's okay. It may be that you're an empath. Possibly. Or maybe these things just really annoy you. That's okay too. You don't have to be an empath. But as empaths, we do like to learn more things. We like to learn the truth. We like to broaden our knowledge and things like that. We don't always take things as face value. We like to dig a little bit deeper and get more into it and just know more. As an empath, maybe, if you are, you may be prone to mood swings. And that may come as a shock to some people. But think about it. You're taking on all these emotions, right? And all these energies. How can your moods stay stable? It's not possible. You're human. Your moods cannot stay stable 24/7, especially when all this stuff is coming at you. Again, that is why alone time to empaths are very, very important, because we need to let go of some of the energies and the emotions that we have taken on that are not our own. And the last sign that I have for you is you tell it as it is. Yes, you are compassionate and loving and giving. And when somebody shares their problems, you hate lying and pretending to them. So you tell them as it is, but of course in a very sensitive and compassionate way, because as empaths we know how to tell it as it is without hurting somebody's feelings. So guys, that is just some of the signs. Of course you can Google more. I'm sure there's loads and loads of signs that you may be an empath. But if you resonate, you don't have to resonate with all of them. Absolutely not. This isn't a checklist that you have to tick off and go, yeah, I scored like 100 out of it. No, absolutely not. Maybe only 2 resonate. Doesn't make you any less of an empath that somebody may tick all the boxes. Comment below and let me know how many of them did you resonate with. I'd love to hear and connect with my fellow empaths, because sometimes it can be lonely and I understand that. So guys, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. If you like my channel and just want to hear more from me, I don't do just these kind of videos, check out my channel. There's a lot more of different bits and pieces on it. Of course, if you do like it, subscribe, and you can hit that bell as well if you would like to be notified when I upload. And of course, as always, sending you so much love and light your way, guys. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.